Alright everybody, here's 8 reasons why you should not join the Institute. Now look, I know what you're thinking. But the Institute is supposed to be evil, you aren't supposed to like them. That's not what I'm saying, okay? That's a whole other list, which I will do in another video at a later date. This video has nothing to do with their morality. Instead, it's saying the reasons you shouldn't join the Institute because they're stupid.
Well, maybe it is stupid, but it's also dumb.
And believe me, this is an even better list than the morality question. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Reason number 1 you shouldn't join the Institute. They try to infiltrate your settlements. Imagine my surprise that well after I have started working for the Institute, I head to one of my own settlements. Wow, what a cool place. Want to learn how to build it? Check out my build videos. Only to find out that my settlers are all talking to a settler that they suspect of being a synth.
She's a goddamn synth. We don't have any choice. Glad you're here. We've got a synth infiltrator on our hands.
That's a lie. I'm no synth.
It's nothing but paranoia. She's just as human as the rest of us.
She's a goddamn Institute infiltrator. She may look human, but she's not. I've been watching her, and there's something off about her lately.
No problem, I think to myself. This is obviously just that Commonwealth paranoia. After all, I work in the Institute, so I talk to the person and they tell me that they are an Institute infiltrator and to help them out.
Please, don't let them do this.
Look, if you're a synth, you'd better admit it. I can help you.
Okay, I'm a synth. But you gotta get him to lay off. You're blowing my cover here.
Excuse me? This is my house. I live here.
Okay, this is my house. I don't shit where I eat.
I mean, just think about this for a second. This is like coming home from a business that you own, only to find one of your employees in your house, and your wife being like, this dude's trying to me. And you go, no, you must be mistaken. This is my boy, Jeff. He's my employee. And then you go and talk to Jeff, and he leans in and whispers to you, hey, bro, help me out here. I'm trying to crack this MILF on God, bruh. Like, what the hell? Get out of my house. These people want me to work for them? Be real.
She's a synth. Kill her.
No, please!
Time to die, synth. There. The Institute will think twice before they try that again.
Reason number 2. They are trying to replace art. As many of you have pointed out in my rare occurrences video, the art versus art random encounter just seems to play over and over again non-stop. What does this guy do? I mean, seriously. No synth has ever tried to replace me, or Preston, or Maxson. Who is this guy? Why is the Institute pumping out a new synth every 3 days to try and replace him? Surely this is a waste of resources, right?
Because I'm all out of money!
How am I supposed to have faith in the fiscal responsibility of the Institute as its director when every time that I turn around, there's a new art coming to take the old art off the block? Reason number 3. The vibes are off. Okay. The Institute, like most evil factions that allow you to pick them, are based almost completely on vibes. Like, sure, they're evil, but remember hot showers? Remember toilet paper? Remember teleportation? This is why this reason is so tragic, because the more you look, the more the vibes are off. Just think back to the first time you show up, and you step into that glass elevator and you see the cleanest, most peaceful place in the wasteland, while Father's soothing voice sounds over the microphone telling you that you're safe now. Well, what about 5 minutes later when there's an armed guard patrolling every 20 feet? Do the vibes still feel the same? Remember this brand new faction that wears completely unique clothing, emphasizing their commitment to cleanliness? Well, why is this one dressed like a toilet? Remember how the Institute made robots perfect until they're grown in a lab rather than made in a factory? Well, then why is this area full of regular robots? Every time I start to think that I could get used to this, or that this place is pretty cool, or they might be evil, but at least they have good vibes, something walks right in front of me that is bona fide not cool at all. Nate is literally too cool to join these chumps. Reason number 4. Their weapons are the worst in the game. Okay, so this is my biggest pet peeve. in the entire game. So lasers have been a thing since the first Fallout game. I mean, they're established. They're iconic. Can't say enough good things about them. Well, may I present to you the Laser Rifle 2.0. It is heavier, larger, does worse damage, but takes exactly the same amount of ammo? Okay. So you're going to tell me that these guys are super technologically impressive, while they carry around something worse than that thing that was mass-produced 200 years ago? Anyone? Seriously? Are we that committed to blue as a color? Can anyone explain? Oh, and quick bonus reason. Their melee weapon? It's the first thing you pick up with a taser attached. Welcome to the Institute. We love science. We promise. Reason number 5. They make you director, but you have to be the new Kellogg. Remember what everyone says about Preston? How he makes you the general, but makes you go and do his laundry and build toilets? Well, somehow everyone missed that that's the same thing for the Institute. So, your father's father, right? This guy rose through the ranks of the scientists and leaders until he became the director. This man has a storied past, probably covered in blood and intrigue. He has an army of synths, who can teleport, by the way. Not to mention the guys who can canonically tank 30 people while wearing someone's face. But, oh, we need a guy to kill the railroad. Let's send this guy. He's been here, what, 5 minutes? Oh, sorry. Something has gone wrong while we tried to hire a scientist. Better said, Dad. Need a guy to single-handedly take out a standing army? There is literally no one more qualified than Pops. Excuse me? Did I just become the janitor for the most technologically advanced group in Fallout who are trying to take over the continent? Make it make sense, people. They have better people. They just don't want to send them. Reason number 6. They literally do not understand diplomacy. Speaking of that time, they failed to hire a scientist. If you don't remember, let me just catch you up really quick. There's a mission where they need a wasteland scientist to join the Institute. But this guy runs away, locks himself in a bathroom, and calls on the Minutemen to help him out. Father tells you to go help the surface team because he wants a peaceful solution to this standoff. You arrive, calm down the Minutemen outside, then head inside to convince the guy to join the Institute. Easy peasy, right? Please tell me, why is this necessary? The guy is right here. You end up saying like 3 things to the scientist locked behind a door, and then this Institute guy takes over anyway and explains everything. Did this guy really never think about talking to the scientist? Is the only thing anyone can think to do popping out of existence flanked by these skeletal nightmares? Dude, send a letter. I don't know, meet this guy at a bar. Send a hot woman to seduce him. Your options are limitless. Have you never heard of spies? You know, the spying faction? Famous for infiltration? How is your best guy Kellogg? His best idea was walking in and shooting people. Has anyone ever tried talking to anyone? When you go and convince the player, right? When you go to the Institute, suddenly the Institute is this bona fide script writer. Suddenly they have so much to say and they're so convincing. Ever try that with anyone else? Anyway, rant over. Sorry. Reason number 7. Gorillas are stupid. This might seem petty, okay? But, what are these people even doing? They made rad-resistant crops to try and reseed the wasteland. Okay, fair enough. They built robots to send to the surface to take over the surface dwellers' government. Alright, I buy it. They made birds to spy on people that they want to watch. Makes sense. Something I would do. The ultimate cell. They made f***ing gorillas?
We're gonna skate to one song only.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It's
Gets
gross.
the people going.
They aren't even good for combat. Why are these things here? When I take out the Institute, I'm not scared of the great apes. I just feel bad these animals were grown, thrust into sentience, only to die to me, never understanding that their own existence was for.
What is my purpose?
You pass butter.
Oh my god.
Yeah, welcome to the club, pal.
Why? Why did they do this? How much money did this cost?
Why?
Reason number 8. The synth program should be scrapped. For the most important reason you should skip the Institute. Their goals include, but are not limited to, breaking up the Commonwealth government, keeping tabs on important Commonwealth business, terraforming the Commonwealth, and sending an army of synths to do whatever they want to prepare the surface for their eventual arrival. If they ever stop being so scary up there. Anyway, Principal to many of these goals is the use of synths, Gen 3 synth specifically, the ones indistinguishable from humans. However, while the creation and perfection of synths is one whole wing of the Institute, the recovery and retention of synths is another whole wing of the Institute. 2/5 of this building is just around synths. This is a good example to think of this. This is kind of like the United States building roads, only to now have to spend a fortune maintaining said roads. Except, instead of building a kind of infrastructure that every single portion of this entire economy and country uses to keep moving along, it's actually an extremely expensive and convoluted piece of equipment that keeps growing sentience and trying to escape. I can think of like 5 better plans off the top of my head to achieve Commonwealth dominance, and you wouldn't even need to leave the Institute for 2 of them. Why do they insist on working 20 times harder forever when they could just do what the Raiders from Nuka World do? Or, I don't know, build an airship? Or, I mean, anything, guys. They have the prowess, they have the ability to just take it over by force. Then why do you need an army of synths to sweep your floors? Huh? Build like 3. There's like 3 towns. You need 1 in Good Neighbor. You need 1 in Diamond City. Check, by the way. You need 1 in Bunker Hill. That's it. You're done. You just achieved Commonwealth independence. Infiltrate Vault 81. It's not that hard. Right? That's it. Does this guy really need to pick up your trash? You gave him sentience? So he could what? Mop the floor?
Oh my god.
Anyways, that's 8 reasons to not join the Institute that have nothing to do with being evil. They all have to do with them being stupid. Thanks for watching. I post a new Fallout video every week because I love Fallout. Subscribe and stuff. I don't know. If you like what you see here, you'll probably like my other stuff. Until next time, see you around.